What is up, Ham Solo '05? You can just call me Ham, though. Just make it simple. I'm just here talking about the Halo Infinite technical preview that's going to be coming out. I believe it's coming out late Thursday night or maybe even early Friday. I know the Slayer parts aren't coming out until like specific times, like PvP Slayer. So I know that's going to be you're gonna have to look at the time list to see when they have those, and they do have those posted on Twitter, or I'm sure you can look them up on the Halo Insider if you have that, which you'll need that anyways if you're even gonna if you're even planning on playing, you have to be signed up to Halo Insider. But anyways, I played in the last technical preview, as you can see in the screen on the top right. Um, I absolutely loved it. Thought it was really cool. The different versions of bots I felt like was a nice introduction to Halo Infinite because I don't remember ever having bots or anything like that to go verse to get used to playing and really tune in your skills, your sensitivity, and everything like that. So I really thought it was cool being able to play with bots. Some of the bots were really easy, like the early, I believe, Friday one was super duper easy, and Saturday was fairly easy. But Sunday got pretty turned up when they turned on the Spartan bots. Those guys are no joke. They'll mess you up. I actually had to change my play style just a little bit because they were tearing me apart. But anyways, I digress. Um, I'm really excited for this preview because they're going to have vehicles in it. The vehicles were not in the last technical preview. So if you were sad about not getting in there because you wanted to drive around or mess around on Big Team Battle, you didn't miss anything. They didn't do Big Team Battle or anything like that. In the first one, it was just, I believe it was just 4v4 Slayer for everything. They did have some PvP, but it was very late in the game and it was a very short amount of time of PvP. But from what everybody said, it was awesome. I unfortunately didn't get the chance to play it because I was watching a movie with the family at the time. But yeah, so this new one's gonna have a big map. I believe it looks very similar to Valhalla. They showed it on the tech preview. The tech preview kind of like announcement show that they had. I believe it was just yesterday. But it was really cool. They showed that, and they also showed training mode, which was super cool. Training mode is going to be awesome. Not only do you get to fight bots, but you get to try out different guns. You get to change the gun that's in your hand in real time just by, going to the start menu, choosing a different gun. In the video that the guy was showing, he pulled out a rocket launcher, which he clearly didn't pick up from anywhere. He just went to the start menu, switched to the rocket launcher, and just started dropping bombs on everybody. It was pretty cool to watch. The new level, there's one level with like sand all around it, still able to drive. It's like a 4v4 kind of level. And then they also showed off a level that kind of, like I said earlier, resembles Valhalla. And if you know that map, which is like the Halo 3 map of all time, but it's a big map. This new one has loot caves in it. So if you open up the loot cave with like your little AI assist thing that is in the game, which I actually haven't even used yet, but if you use that to open the cave, you get secret weapons and like power ups and whatnot. So I thought that was a nice little touch to add to it. So it's like a fight to the cave on top of there being like a fight to the flag or to the territories. It's just one other thing to have to worry about and do. So I thought that was really cool. Nice little addition. Um, the things that I am really just completely excited about altogether is the mechanics of the game. When I played the last technical review, the mechanics were way better than any of the Halos that I've ever played. Especially since we're talking about next gen and things feeling and looking next gen. I felt like this was a really good introduction to first person shooting on a next gen console. Call of Duty's fun. It's okay. It's not exactly my favorite thing. I'm more into Halo just because there's just a more, close knit story behind it. I also have a lot of history of playing that with a lot of friends. My favorite all time system, believe it or not, is the original Xbox. And I loved Halo. Played through the original Halo from through all the different levels. Legendary, um, and all the ones below it, whatever, grunt, whatever you want to call it. Um, but Halo is a big deal to me, and it's a big deal to a lot of my friends, and it's a big deal to a lot of people. So to know that this game is like running mechanically sound and feels like Halo again, and not some like kind of knockoff of Halo. I don't know, like Halo 5 just didn't really do it for me. And Halo 4 was kind of like a not as good version of Halo 5. And I really like Halo 3 was my thing. Action Sack, Griff Ball, which was in Action Sack as well, Territories, uh, SWAT, like all that stuff was really cool. And the simplicity of it was really cool too. They didn't try to over jam too many things into it. This one feels like a next gen version for the fact that it has, the grapple hooks on there, and you get to use some of the new weapons, and you get to put stuff onto the Warthog, which I mean I haven't even got to do yet. So I'm really excited to give it a try during this next technical preview that's happening this weekend. Um, so far, one of my favorite things that you can do, other than the training thing, which I haven't got to do yet, and also obviously playing Slayer, um, is trying out the weapons, and the weapons, or the wherever you go to try out the weapons. I can't even remember off the top of my head right now, but you get to try each weapon. They have a little spot where you can shoot like dummy targets, and they just like duck and hop back up and move around all weird. So you have to like shoot them. It's kind of like very carnival like. But it's really fun to try out those weapons. But with this new training mode that's coming out this weekend, I won't be using that as much to try out the weapons. I'll actually be in the training grounds at the level shooting the bots themselves, seeing how I can do to get everything dialed in right. So once I go to Slayer, it won't be as bad. I'm sure I'll still get mopped up by some people. Some of these Halo fans are really good. I'm sure you see it all over YouTube, but yeah, some of them folks are fire. But maybe leave me a like, a follow, or a subscribe, or whatever they want to call it on YouTube. And then also comment if you have any questions, or if you got the invite to the technical preview, or if you just generally are having any questions personally for me. I'd be more than happy to answer anything, as long as it's appropriate, of course. But anyways, thanks for hopping in, you guys. You guys have a good evening.